Jerry Trimble.
Yeah, Jerry Trimble was a bad motherfucker.
Golden Boy. That's what they call Atlanta's Jerry Trimble.
He hails from Vancouver, British Columbia. Manny, the school teacher, Sobral. Manny Sobral.
I don't know about you. I am fucking excited for these fights, man. Maybe not so much the Triple G, because I don't really know this Camille guy, Sir Meta.
I saw a couple of matches of his on YouTube, and he doesn't look like much, really.
No, he doesn't have much power. I noticed he's 5 KOs in his whole career.
I know. That's the kind of guy he wants to fight, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Bunch of soup cans, I guess you can call them.
Yeah. I mean, for him.
Yeah.
But not for us. But
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Canelo versus Smith. I've been watching a lot of Smith highlights.
Yeah.
Man, he's got that left hook, man. That left hook. He's all about that. I've noticed that.
Yeah. Well, he's got the good left hook. Like, especially he times guys right when they come in. When they're coming in, he does that left hook going back. So he's catching them with all their momentum coming forward. He knocked a few guys out like that I noticed, like that, what was his name? Hassan.
His last fight, right?
Yeah, his last fight. Like in the, I think it was like a third round. He knocked him out. Like he knocked him down earlier, but that left hook landed beautiful, and then the right hand he finished him with. So what the good thing about Callum Smith is that he's multi. He can take you out with either the left hand or the right hand. So that's what Canelo might have to look out for. And I don't know if you saw the video of it was just a stare down. It wasn't the weigh-in, I don't think, but man, the discrepancy in height, like it's like. Caleb Smith's like 6'3", and Canelo he's probably barely 5'9".
He's 5'9", yeah.
Yeah, probably barely, and that's could be to an advantage of Caleb Smith, but it could just mean that Canelo has a bigger target to gun for, right? And those hooks in the right hands and in speed, a lot of times dictates what happens in these fights. And even though Callum Smith has that left hook, you see it's a little bit wide, so a right hand will beat that left hook, unfortunately for Callum Smith, fortunately for Canelo. Canelo has a great right hand, as is his left hook. So
predictions. What do you think?
I think Canelo wins it by a decision.
Oh, really?
Canelo's a smart guy, yeah. I think Canelo, because the reason I think that is because Canelo might not take that many chances. Caleb Smith will try to press it. Canelo will, tie him up, roll around. He'll be working more on the inside, maybe because Caleb Smith has a big body to hit. And, I think Caleb Smith, he's 27-0, right? He's never been stopped. And he had a great amateur career as well. He went to the Commonwealth Games and got a silver medal, so he's got an amateur pedigree. So he's going to handle himself in that ring, and he's not going to get too. He's not going to get too shocked by Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because he's seen it all.
Yeah.
And,
also won the World Boxing Super Series. That's great.
Yeah, that's right. He when the WBC had it. That's right. I think he won 3 or 4 matches in that tournament. So he's definitely got the experience. But that's what's going to make this fight sort of interesting, right? Because they can both punch. I mean, Canelo can punch. I mean, Canelo's coming up to super middleweight, which I don't think it's a big stretch because he's fought up as high as light heavyweight, but. It will make it interesting because, Caleb Smith is no slouch, and that's what makes for great fights, and I'm really glad they were able to make this one at this time, especially with the pandemic, right, to be able to pay these guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In the power department, who do you think's got this one right here?
The power? I would think Canelo's got a bit of an edge in the power, but I mean, Caleb Smith is no slouch. He times his punches really well, like you were saying about the left hook. He catches guys coming in with that left hook, and it's perfectly timed. And with Caleb Smith is more timing than actual brute strength. With Canelo, it's a bit of both because Canelo's strong as heck, man. Yeah. And he's also got great timing. He's super fast. Like, I'm really impressed with how fast Canelo really is.
Yeah, so I guess guess you would have to say that speed. You would give it to Canelo for sure.
Yeah. Well, speed kills, as they say, right?
Yeah.
It's the punches you don't see that really hurt you.
Yeah.
And I think what they're setting up for too, like it's kind of I don't think it's totally coincidence that Triple G is boxing the day before Canelo's boxing. I don't think that's that coincidental because, that's probably the next match they might be thinking for Canelo because, that was one of his draws was against Triple G, right? Back in, I think, 2016 or 2017. And that was a draw. And then Canelo won a majority decision, which is still a close match. But I would say the second one, I'd give it to Canelo. The first one, I don't know if I would have. Like, it was a very... I thought Triple G did really, really well. But now Triple G's 38 years old, so he's no spring chicken. And Canelo is just sort of coming into his prime at 30. It's pretty amazing, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
that guy's he's been pro since he was 15 years old. In 2005, he turned pro, eh? It's
that's crazy.
15 years. 15 years.
Yeah,
and,
he's 53-1, 36 KOs. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got more KOs than Callum's got fights.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? That just goes to show what kind of puncher Canelo is, because he's knocking guys out that can fight too. He's not just these aren't just Mexican taxi cab drivers that he's knocking out, right?
No.
Like Greg Hagen said to Julio Cesar Chavez before they fought in Azteca Stadium. Greg Hagen says, "You're nobody. All you've done is knocked out a bunch of Mexican taxi cab drivers." Well, Greg Hagen got stopped by Julio Cesar Chavez that night.
Yeah, in what round was that?
I forget what round it was, but Greg Hagen, he's just from Seattle here. He's a tough guy, and they called him a mutt. He was a world lightweight champion. He beat the guy by the name of Vinny Pazienza. He beat Hector. Camacho. He had some big wins, and he's a great guy. He's still living in Auburn, Washington, and he's great as can be, man.
Those are some big wins. Vinny Pazienza and Hector Camacho. Holy
huge, yeah. And I'm not really sure what happened to the Hector Camacho fight. I got a feeling that it got changed to a no decision because I think Greg may have tested positive for marijuana afterwards. Don't quote me 100% on that, but I think it was something like something weird happened that much. But he originally did beat Vinny Paz until I think the decision was overturned. But again, don't quote me on that. It may have been a different match that happened to.
How was that fight against Hector Camacho? Sorry, I was a huge Camacho fan back in my day.
Yeah, I was a big Camacho fan too. Huge. Greg is just a busier guy. He's got a great jab, and I think it was a close fight. But Greg, I'm pretty sure he got the decision on it.
Yeah,
again,
crazy. That's awesome. Yeah. We got Triple G fighting Sir Meta. I think that it sounds like an easy win for Triple G.
Yeah, somewhat hand-picked. It's kind of interesting how the IBF has him as the mandatory challenger, and it makes you wonder how these organizations get their sort of mandatory challengers and how they. I mean, a guy with what did you say he had? He had like 21 wins, I think.
21-0, and 5 KOs.
Yeah, there's 5 KOs, and these 5 KOs weren't against world ranked guys. They were just like I looked them up too, and he fought on the undercard where Triple G had a match, and he in Madison Square Garden, I think it was, and he stopped the guy, but the guy that he boxed was not very good. And but they're trying to build it, and I think they're trying to build another Triple G Canelo. Don't be surprised if that's what happens if they both come out victorious, which I'm pretty sure Triple G will become out victorious. Whether Canelo can outgun Caleb Smith is another question, and that's the fight that I'm really looking forward to, like yourself.
Yeah, well, hopefully, we'll see, right? Because what if it's competitive, right? Caleb Smith
it'll probably be competitive.
Well, and maybe get the rematch. I don't know, right?
Yeah, lots of things can happen. You're right. Lots of things can happen, but I also believe that they wouldn't be putting these guys back to back. And remember that this Triple G fight is in the East Coast, so it's going to be early here. I think the main event is supposed to go into the ring at
4 p.m.
5. I heard 5. I heard at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. The main event's going into the ring, so it's an early match, right? So all you boxing fans out there, make sure you tune in early.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that'll be a good one to fight. Actually, what's super cool? They inducted a few fighters in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I heard Floyd Mayweather's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, so Floyd, Andre Ward, Vladimir Klitschko, Ann Wolf, and Layla Ali.
Wow.
Yeah, so they all got inducted.
Yeah.
You want to go over their careers? I was a huge Floyd fan.
So
Huge
was I. Yeah.
15-0, 27 KOs, 5
Yeah.
divisions, 15 titles.
I know. Isn't that amazing? And he was, people, critique him or say that he never fought the best, but he did fight the best, maybe not at their best times, but, like he had some wars, man. And
He did.
especially when he was younger, like when he was like 130, 135, he was
Pretty boy Floyd.
Yeah, Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
Before he became Money Mayweather.
Exactly. Yeah. When he was all about the money. No, I was watching all his highlights earlier, and it just brought me back when he fought Diego Corrales. Do you remember that fight?
Oh,
Holy smoke.
man. And Diego Corrales can crack, man.
Yeah.
And I sparred with Diego Corrales as well at the top.
You did? No way.
Yeah. And Diego Corrales, like he's 6 foot, man. That guy, I don't know how he could have made 130 like he did.
Yeah.
And he could punch like a mother, man.
Yeah, oh,
That's one guy I remember getting hit by.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Well, look at that.
But he had a crazy life as well. He was pretty out there, but
I think he passed away as well, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think it was a motorcycle accident. I think for some reason.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's too
bad.
But
he was a good guy, man. Because him and I had a roommate by the name of Bones Adams when I was living in Vegas for a while, and Bones was the featherweight IBF featherweight champion, and him and Diego were really good friends, and so that's how I sort of chummed along with him sometimes.
Oh, nice.
But good guy, man.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate when you have a lot of demons that they often catch up to you, right?
He had a few fights, few wars. Jose Luis Castillo, was that the one who he fought?
I believe so, yeah.
Got like three big fights, right?
Yeah, and he was entertaining to watch because he was looking for the knockout, man. He had a great right hand to do it with.
Yeah, that's who we were talking about actually. Who gave Floyd a really tough fight was Jose Luis Castillo.
That's right, Jose Luis Castillo. A lot of people thought he may have won the first fight, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So no, Floyd, and again going through his career, he fought Miguel Cotto.
Yeah.
Fought Maidana obviously later down the line, but
Oscar De La Hoya.
That's the De La Hoya. That was a good fight too. Actually, Gotti, that was the fight that one of the first fights that I watched him do. Oh, holy! Oh
yeah, he took Gotti apart, eh?
Yeah, that was just like unfair. I think it was 10-8 rounds every single round almost. It could have been, you know what I mean? Yeah. So. But
because Floyd is a master at distance, and he's a master of making you pay when you miss. And,
yeah, man. So another guy, Andre Ward, another undefeated, 32-0. Any thoughts on him, man? I want to know what you'd have to say.
Well, he was masterful in terms of defense, and he was a great southpaw. And they didn't say he had all the power in the world, but because he fought Kovalev, right? And then he
twice.
Yeah, twice, and he just pounded him to the body, from what I remember, and sort of made him quit.
Yeah.
Because he was really hammering him to the body and just making him miss and stuff. And Andre Ward, I believe, was also an Olympic gold medalist, wasn't he?
Correct. Yeah, in Athens, 2004.
Right. God, you know your stuff. But he was a great boxer and smart guy. Like, he's got out of the game and now he's commentating, doing a really good job doing it.
Oh yeah, he's actually really good at it. I enjoy his commentary.
I do too.
Yeah, no.
And he got out at the right time because, you get a lot of these guys that stick around way too long after they're past their prime and things, and you start to worry about the punches that they're accumulating, and Andre Ward definitely wasn't one of those guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, he retired at 32, I believe, so he's still 36. I mean, people talked, why doesn't Canelo come back, or why doesn't he fight Canelo? All these things people talk about, but I don't think he's gonna come back.
No, I don't think so. He's retired. He seems like he's a happy guy, and he doesn't need boxing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree with
And he's also, he's one of those guys, I think, that has respect for the sport, and he just wants to do it when he was at his peak, right? Whereas now, it'd be very tough for him to get back to his peak.
Yeah, we also I loved Vladimir Klitschko as well. It's funny, all these guys going in, this is when I was younger, and now I feel I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old. These guys are going in the Hall of Fame now. Like, these were like the guys that I looked up to. So Klitschko, 64 in 53 KOs.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And yeah, Vladimir,
Yeah.
you know, like him and his brother Vitaly were great fighters, right? And I'm pretty sure, I forget, we had a guy that fought at the River Rock Casino that accidentally beat Vladimir. His name was, do
Well,
you know who
Lamont
his five
Brewster?
losses were?
Lamont Brewster, obviously Anthony Joshua,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
But there was a guy, an obscure guy, like his name.
That beat Vladimir, right?
Yeah, I believe he beat him, or it was a split decision or something.
Yeah.
Here, let me just look it up so then I can tell you.
Longest heavyweight title reign, so 4,362 days, and then
Wow.
23 title defenses for Vladimir. I mean, when we talk about the top heavyweight boxers of all time, he's got to be on that list.
Yeah, I agree. It's
I
too
mean,
bad. Well, Lennox fought Vitaly, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no, that was actually a close fight between Vitaly and Lennox.
yeah. Until Lennox got him.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, he was trained by Emmanuel Stewart too, right? Vladimir Klitschko, along with Lennox Lewis, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, so it was not Vladimir Klitschko that lost to this guy. It must have been his brother
Vitaly?
Vitaly.
Was it Chris Bird?
No, Chris Bird's a good fighter, man.
Yeah, he was. But he
And
got
I heard he's coming back at middleweight.
Chris Bird, really?
Yeah, I read that somewhere. Yeah, you should look it up, man. Because yeah, I heard he's making a comeback, and now he's become vegan and he's changed because he said he was having to eat to be a heavyweight, whereas now he's not having to eat.
He looked a lot smaller for heavyweight too when he fought that second Vladimir fight was just brutal.
Yeah, I was wrong. The guy actually got stopped by Vitaly Klitschko. His name is Ross Purity.
Mm-hmm.
Ross Purity, but I'm pretty sure he fought Vladimir as well. I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked out Vladimir Klitschko. This Ross Purity guy did.
No way.
1998 by accident, and he knocked him out in the 11th round.
That's boxing though, I guess, right?
I know. It was like just a lucky punch, but heavyweight, you never know, right?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But you know what's weird is that you look up. Well, there you go. Ross Purity in 1998, in December 5th, 1998, Ross Purity TKO'd Vladimir Klitschko to win the WBC International Heavyweight title.
Wow. Is he Canadian?
No, he's not Canadian. He's American. He fought on our show at the River Rock Casino, and I'll tell you exactly when. Yeah, he fought his last pro fight in 2007. He beat a guy named Carl Gathright at the River Rock Casino Resort
You're
on October 27th that we promoted that show, yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Our
awesome.
first shows. Yeah.
When was the last time you promoted? Have you promoted
A show, well, I've been doing the amateur shows. So last year we did the Italian Cultural Center and a show at the Hollyburn Country Club we did. But the last professional show at the River Rock, 2011 or 2012, because we were promoting a guy named Junior Moore who boxed on our shows, and I believe he boxed on one of our last show. He won the Canadian light heavyweight title through that promotion.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's awesome, man.
It's all history.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, back to Vladimir.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much did you like about Vladimir? What did you like so much about him? His style.
His style, and the thing I liked about Vladimir is he was an all-around type guy. He could box, he could punch, he could do a bit of everything, right? And he was a bit mechanical, like a European type style, but I mean, I like both the Klitschkos because they're tough guys, man.
They had some pretty good movement in the ring too, actually.
Yeah, their footwork was great.
Yeah, that's actually
Like guys that, what Vladimir was like 6'5", and Vitaly's like 6'6" or 6'7",
Did you ever watch Ann Wolfe and her knockout on Vonda Ward? Did you ever see that?
I remember seeing a female knockout, but I think it was her too. Like she's a powerful woman, man.
Yeah. Oh man, that's probably one of the best knockouts I've ever seen. If anyone hasn't seen that, check it out. Ann Wolfe versus Vonda Ward. It's a very fast clip, but yeah, that's what I remember Ann Wolfe from. I mean, she was 24-1, 16 KOs. So
Yeah.
she also trained James Kirkland. I don't know.
Yeah, I know he's a vicious puncher. That guy. He's fighting pretty soon too. I read.
Oh yeah, yeah.
on
And
the
he
undercard.
actually had a bad fight against Canelo though. Canelo
Yeah.
really destroyed him that fight.
Yeah, but it goes to show how good Canelo is too, right? Because
Yeah.
even if guys that can punch like that, and Canelo can control him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boxer. Canelo's got, he's been boxing probably since who knows? I don't know how he started, but he was 15 when he turned pro, so he probably started when he was 10 or 11.
So yeah, predictions: Canelo and then Triple G is probably what I got for myself.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, Triple G, he's in the tail end of his career, and yeah, I don't think this guy's going to be able to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see how Canelo can handle a guy that's that much taller than him, and hopefully Callum Smith can use his reach advantage and his height advantage to some good, because Canelo's going to have to be reaching up to try to hit him on the chin, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at getting inside though. Hey.
Oh yeah, he's very good. Canelo, he's so masterful. That guy, incredible boxer. He rolls with punches really well. He feints really well. He's very patient. Like he can wait all day, right, until he gets the right opportunity.
Yeah, I mean they got their hands full for sure on that side. Definitely. What else is in the boxing world here?
Well, the following weekend, Ryan Garcia. So they're giving us double weekend or 3
Oh,
weekends.
is that right? Ryan Garcia's next weekend against Luke Campbell.
Yeah, Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell's no joke either, right?
No, he's tough.
British dude. Yeah.
How do you like Ryan Garcia?
I like him, but again, I don't know if he's really fought anybody yet, but I think Luke Campbell's going to be a very good test for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to see what Ryan's all about.
He's actually training with Canelo as well. He's been in their camp for the last few while.
Right. I read that somewhere exactly, because what's Canelo's trainer's name again?
Eddie Reynoso.
Eddie Reynoso, yeah. They got him training him now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's been in their camp. So I think that's going to be a huge upgrade for Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I agree, because you're in with the best, man. You can only become better.